I'd like to bring in to discuss Kingsview Wealth Management CIO and Fox Business contributor Scott Martin. Scott, I know you've been one that you feel like they can hold out pretty long. I just don't see it anymore. I'm seeing signs like them selling these assets, the Essex House and some of these other things, along with the regular economic data, is that they're hurting, and I think they want to get better.
Yeah, I agree. Some movements from the currency, too, Charles. I would say out of the central bank, I would throw in there as well. You're right. I guess they're starting to fold. You know, I was kind of thinking of something catchy to say, and it's kind of like back in high school, you know, when I was playing baseball, and it's like if the batter is sitting on the fastball, you throw the slider or the curve, and I think maybe that's what China's doing here. They're taking a different approach because I think they clearly underestimated Trump and the fact that he was going to dig his shoes in on this. I think they underestimated, to your point, the effect it was going to be on their GDP and how kind of maybe disenchanted their people were going to get. And the Hong Kong situation certainly is another thing you've been talking about today. So there's a lot of other things going on, the pork crisis, too. There's a lot of things going on in China that maybe they didn't count on happening that are all kind of coming together at once in our favor, I guess.
So having said that, President Trump now sort of entertaining the idea of a piecemeal deal, which is something I've asked the administration from day one, because it felt like that's always been there. Concessions perhaps up to 80, even 90% of what the administration would like to get. Do you think that would be a smart course of action for President Trump, knowing that maybe China is willing to deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, based on how things have gone so far and how they went over the summer where they got, I guess in a word, icy, yeah, I think a piecemeal deal, as you said it, which is a nice rhyme, is a great start because it gets that out there where China has to commit to something, and we do too, I guess. But the reality is, I think, in this whole dealing with China they've been disingenuous most of the time with what they've kind of agreed to and then not agreed to, said they do and then not do. So if the piecemeal deal, again to rhyme here, goes through with getting them to commit to something, I think it's great.
All right, Scott, always great seeing you, friend. Talk to you soon.
See you, man.